Hello, everybody. Another lightning talk about D. So I just submitted this 2 days ago, so don't blame me. I just wrote, Klaus, if there is an empty slot, I will do this. So you are to be blamed if you see now another short talk about D. So my name is Dragos Carp. I'm consultant at Valtech. It's here 100 meters from here. The thing is, we already had some discussion in the room that, okay, type introspection, it's already available in D. So maybe in C++ will also be available in the near future, we hope. But I want to show you actually a method how you can use it today, and maybe in a very, very simple way, and not having a lot of baggage with that. But let's start with some C++. So we have this. What is a C++ software stack? So if we don't consider third-party libraries and just take the standard library, you have down there is the operating system, then you have something like a runtime, yeah? And then you have the rest, containers, iterators, type info, and everything else. And there is no distinction in C++ between runtime and STL. Yeah, so you either the runtime is actually available as a dynamic library. So we have the three most well-known version. Standard C++ from GCC, then we have the LLVM version, then we have the Microsoft compiler version, yeah? So this is the overall structure, yeah, that actually everybody knows. But there is a problem here, yeah? The problem is that if you consider this software stack, then this means you cannot do some, I don't know, embedded programming or very small systems. Because there, maybe you have a system where you don't have threads, yeah. So you still want to use C++ even for that systems. And because of that, this is the full implementation, and the official name is called hosted implementation. But there is another variant, it's called freestanding implementation in C++. And there, everything is took out excepting new, because you need to allocate some memory. And then there is also atomic there. I don't know why, but it's there. And then, of course, you have containers and everything else. Yeah? So, but in that case, you have no threads. You have no way to access the system lock and things like that. OK, I need to hurry up a little bit. So, if we look at D, we have almost the same. It's just that the standard library, it's called Phobos, is separated from the runtime. Just it's just that the runtime is delivered in as part of the standard library, but they are very well separated, yeah. And then you have here the garbage collector, yeah, very sensible topic in the C++ community. And then you have time management thread, again, like in the C++ library. Okay, and then the standard library is huge. You have here I left out also some very important libraries like, I don't know, tuples, type, it's traits and range and everything. There is really a lot of stuff there. Networking is also available. Okay, so if you want to write a hybrid application that is using C++ and D, then you will need to have, you know, the C++ runtime and the D runtime. Yeah? But there are some problems here. The problem is which one is more important, which one will be initialized first and everything. Yeah, that's because if you start with the C++ main, then you need to take care to initialize your D runtime, and it's a little bit messy. But there is a better solution, and this is the one that I wanted to present you. The decompiler has a compile option that is called Better C. And, and this options does everything that you don't need a D runtime. That's the thing. So you don't need to initialize anything. So you simply have some D object files that you simply link to your C++ application without being necessary to do other magic, other boilerplate, calling the D runtime, taking care of the garbage collector. Because here, what you have then is just the core standard C. This means it's just the C API of the operating system that is available for your D program. Yeah. So okay, the DMD is the compiler, and then there is the option. And what it has, when, for example, when you compile this, for example, it transforms the asserts to C asserts and everything. And that's actually what I wanted to point out is this reduced feature set of D that can be used together with C++ without being necessary to also deploy your D runtime library and initialize and all the baggage with that. Yeah, so that's everything. Thank you. Are there any questions? Yeah.
Is hybrid solution a defined behavior or not?
Again, what was that?
I mean, is it an undefined behavior, or you can rely on this hybrid solution?
What is undefined? What should be undefined? I don't get the.
When you mix both languages in binary, does it deliver a defined behavior?
Okay, so the question is if you combine, you know, the D object files with C++ object files, if there is some undefined behavior. No, it's completely defined. Why is that? Because, for example, in D, the structs has the same memory layout as the structs in C++. Then it's simply like combining C objects with C++ objects. It's simple as that, yeah. There is really no issue.
Do you have the D standard libraries available in this hybrid approach? Because you didn't.
So there are some parts that are available, but not everything, because you have no garbage collector, you have no. Okay. So the question is if the whole standard library is available, then in this hybrid, of course not, because the largest part of the standard library is based on the runtime, or on the D runtime. Of course, you cannot do you cannot do networking, or you cannot do things like that. Yeah. Thanks.